Danny Lynn here. I'm here with Jimmy James, and he's actually an investor client of mine, and he's with us today because I had introduced him to Phill Grove's training, and he took the Revolution training, and I think he liked it, but he's going to tell you a little bit more today. Jimmy, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Danny?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit about all the programs that you researched and what you thought about Phill Grove's training.
Yeah, well, like, you know my story. Like, I lived in Japan prior to coming back to America. And when I got back, like, gosh, things had really changed because I was gone for like 4 years. But the economy had gone from pretty good to really crappy. So there weren't any jobs. I couldn't collect any unemployment or anything because, like, to get unemployment, you know, you've actually got to have a job beforehand.
Right.
So I was really kind of out in the cold, and which was really a good thing though, because I didn't really want to go back to working in corporate America. I really didn't want to have a boss. So I just did a ton of research on real estate investing. I had read some books about it when I was in Japan, actually. But I got back and just did all the research I could, and you know, reading the books and learning online, but also signing up for some classes. I actually put something like $20,000 on credit card debt. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Like, totally put like that much credit card debt for these, you know, guru classes and stuff.
Right.
That were supposed to get me making deals like right away and all that. But you know, despite all my efforts, like 6 months later, I still didn't have a deal. And it was about that time when I called you when I came down to Austin because I was looking for a different place to live.
Right.
And I remember I called you and because I was looking for a realtor in the area that did investing. And you're like, oh yeah, come on down. And then we all met then, but you guys had just come from Phill Grove's Revolution training.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, and because we met downtown in Austin, and
yep.
Like, you were absolutely buzzing.
I was so excited.
Yeah.
I remember well.
Right. But yeah, so that's kind of how I got turned on to Phill Grove was through you actually. And then I decided to move to Austin and. You know, took the course immediately, and the rest is history.
Awesome.
But yeah, finding that course saved me a lot of money because I had all that money on my credit card debt, but I was able to get probably 75% of it back. Yeah, which was nice because, you know, it's good to get your money going to deals as opposed to your credit card company.
Yes, without a doubt. And what did you think about Phill Grove's training? What kind of value did you get out of it?
Well, a lot of things. The one thing compared to a lot of the other people that I went to is it was really vague, and it was more of they'd give you just enough information like to get you in, and then they'd upsell you. So it was like, you know, every step of the way was when you were going to get the full training, and then, oh wait, but you really got to pay more. So when I got to Phil's class, you know, he's a content guy.
I agree.
Yeah, like
completely.
and when I sat in there, and it was just like, you know, he's a good teacher, he makes it simple, but he's like, this is exactly what you need to do to get out there and start making deals, and he gives you all that content. And after having all the fluff I had before, like, that content was the single biggest thing that for me as an investor was most important, because, you know, investing is about numbers, it's about making deals.
Yep.
It's not about fluff and emotion and feel good, it's about getting out there and doing it, and you need the proper tools, and Phill had those tools. So I would say that was like the biggest difference between like all that other stuff I did.
Awesome. I also wanted to talk about one more thing. My favorite deal that you've done so far was the very first deal that we found.
My first deal, yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that one always made me feel a little warm and fuzzy, but well, that was a funny deal because like you found it for me, and I don't even remember how you got it. How did you actually?
It was actually a internet lead.
Oh, okay, that's right. So you got the internet lead, and you called me with the deal, and it was like right down the street.
Yes, from your house.
Yeah,
like, I know. How perfect.
Yeah, because you told me the address, and I remember I Googled it.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, wait a minute.
It's practically my neighbor.
Right, it was. And so it was right down the road, so I just walked right down there. I went right away to check it out. But yeah, you had the house. I got it under terms, I believe. So, you know, it was just a great deal. It was great. Simple, everything ready to come in, just take it over. Really, and you helped me with all the contracts and stuff because you'd already done some contracts by then.
Right.
And I was a little bit, you know, a little nervous still, a little shaking in the knees. You always are your first deal.
Yeah, first deal is always the toughest.
No matter how good it looks, you're just always like, you know, it's kind of like your first kiss, you know. It's like, you're always nervous.
Yep, exactly.
Even though you've seen it 100 times.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, and that deal worked out really well, and I I think, what did I make? I'm still making, yeah, that deal, $475 a month.
Wow, cash flow,
Cash flow,
right?
yeah, that's actual cash flow on that. Just from something that you found off an internet lead.
Yep, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you for your time today, Jimmy. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Anything else that you want to mention?
About as far as Phil's class?
Yeah, Phil's class, or anything that you've learned or you think is of value to the people who are watching this video today.
Well, I mean, if you're getting started in investing, you know that you got to make sure when you're looking that you find somebody who's not just fluff. That's what I say. Get somebody with content who's got a program that works, that's been proven time and time again, and then that you can do it. You know, it's definitely doable for anybody.
Yep.
And that's what I would say, especially now in like this economy with all the. I mean, there's more than I can handle.
I agree. I know deals are just coming in the door like crazy.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, just be smart and, you know, implement what he teaches you, and man, you've got a lot of potential.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for your time. I appreciate it.
This was fun. This is my first interview.
Sweet. You did very well.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you guys for your time. I hope you thought that was valuable information, and I hope you're going to have a great day and successful real estate investing, and we will talk to you again soon. Thanks, and take care.